Hi guys, so I'm still trying to use up some book pages, so I've made some more book page pockets, and these ones are triple pockets. So you've got a little pocket on the front there, you've got a little pocket on the back there, and then you've got a little secret pocket in the center there. So I've made a few. Just give you a look. Very easy. These ones I embellished super quick. So this one, just a pink stamp or purple stamp. Very easy. So for these ones, I didn't want to put, layers of papers and lace and all that on there, because I intend to actually tuck these into a pocket in a journal. So I wanted them quite thin and flat. These ones, I've just put some little mushrooms. And it's also a good opportunity to use up little scraps of fabric as well, or ribbon. Some of them I've left the threads on from the sewing machine. Some I haven't. Mushrooms. Oop, that one I stamped a bit dodgy. That's okay. This one was a little dandelion. I've just put a bit of yellow crayon in the middle because it looked a bit boring. Oh, this is some pretty washi tape that has the roll has actually been sitting on my desk for forever, probably a year. Anyway, I've just glued it down because washi tape, it's not very sticky at all. So I've just glued a strip down and that's all I did. But I think it looks really pretty. I think I've used up a fair chunk of that washi tape now. Because I don't really use washi tape, to be honest. These were some little strips that were off Happy Mails and stuff like that. And, when you open the Happy Mail, you just peel it off the package and you just, stick it somewhere in, on your desk. So you've always got these little bits of washi everywhere to use up. So these were some strips that I took off some Happy Mail. Oh, this was washi tape that was actually sent to me in a Happy Mail. And I've got a sewing theme journal that I started a while back. I thought I can pop one of those into that. Very easy. I mean, I can always put a bit of fabric and a button or something there. These were little scraps from my scrap box. All those tiny little, those never-ending little papers that you've always got around your desk. So I've just glued them down. And that's it. So let me show you how I folded these. I mean, it's probably pretty obvious. Quite easy. Oh, wait, and I made some little babies. I always use a few little paperback novels as well to make some babies, because I just think the babies look so cute. Look, these are the previous 2 pocket videos I did. And I made some little babies as well. I've got some stamp catalogues that I've been cutting the little stamp images out. I'll make some little tiny stamp tags, like little tickets. I just think the tiny pockets look so cute. Okay, so let me show you. Let me sit down. So it's quite early here and it's freezing cold in Sydney, Australia at the moment. So cold. Okay, where's my book? So I'm just using one of the large books again. I don't think this was the book I used in the previous one, but I think it's the same size. yeah, about 15.5 by 23.5. And the little pockets, that was just like a regular paperback novel. Those little pockets, about 10.5 by 17.5 centimeters. But you can use any size page. Now, when I first made one the other day, where's my reject pile? I've got a little reject pile. Now, when I made it the other day first, I used one page because the book pages I was using, they're quite thick, but I find they're still a bit too flimsy. So, I mean, I know they'll thicken up once you put something in the front, something in the back, and something in the middle. But it was still too, you know, flimsy for me. So, instead of using one, I've used 2 pages glued together. And I've just used a glue stick. Any cheapo glue stick will do, because it doesn't matter if the pages hold very well, because you go, well, for me it doesn't, because I'm going to sew them anyway. But if you're not going to sew them, yeah, make sure it's glued down properly. Otherwise the edges come up. Now, I've just been ripping mine out and leaving that rough edge up the top, because I like the look of the rough torn edges. But if you want to make some nice, neat, fancy, pretty ones, you can always just trim that rough edge off. So when I make a whole bunch, I will go through and glue all the pages, then rip them out, then fold them, kind of like a little production line. Oh my gosh, it's so cold here. My hands are freezing. And just, you can pick what you want to be on your little flap. So, you know, you can see this one, you can leave it blank and write on it. If you fold it in, you'll have the writing. So if you want the blank, fold it the other way. You know what I mean. I haven't actually been paying too much attention to which way I folded it. I just glue a whole bunch of pages together, then fold them. Whatever's on the outside is on the outside. So I just fold it in half and then fold the sides back. And the great thing about these is you're getting rid of 2 book pages at once, because that's the idea for me, to use up all these book pages, because I just have way too many. I mean, I won't use them all up, obviously, I've just got too many, but at least I can make a dent in my pile. I've used up 2 books so far in the past 2 weeks, this size, which is pretty good for me. Like, I'm just happy to get rid of them. So that's it. Fold it in half. So fold it in half and then fold the edges back and back. Then, I mean, you can leave them like this, square. I've just been cutting mine to tag shape because I think they look a bit cute like that. So snip, snip. I just been using this tag off a Coles bag just to get the same angle on both sides. Okay, see these stupid little bits? I know most of you will throw them away. I've been throwing these. I've got a little bucket under my desk that I throw them in because I'm back to making some handmade paper. I haven't done it in a couple of years, so anyway, that's it. Then just ink the edges. Now, I'll just show you a few things if you're going to sew them. Okay. So this is one that I have inked already. I haven't glued or anything. Now, if you're going to sew them, when you sew them, you've got a few different options. Now, the way I did it, I sewed each side there because I want the whole tag sewn around, including the opening. So let me just show you what I mean. So see where this opening is? I want those sides sewn as well. So in order to do that, you just have to sew it separately. Otherwise, you will sew your pocket closed. Now, I sewed a couple closed just because I wasn't paying attention. I sew really fast and I put them through the machine like one after the other, and they're all attached in a big long chain, and then I chop them up at the end. And if I'm going too quick and not paying attention, yeah, I've got a few that I actually I just sewed around instead of just that side. So if you are going to sew them, open them up, sew that side, then close it, and then just sew the rest of it. And that way you've got an opening that is still sewn. Now, this little flap here, you can sew that as well, but if you do, you'll have to sew it, of course, sew it before you sew the edge. Now, I'll show you a few where I did sew that little flap. And then I stopped doing it because I liked the look without that little flap sewn. So this little edge here, I did start sewing them, but then that's how they look. That's not sewn and that's sewn. So I did a couple and then I stopped because I think they look nicer without the center flap sewn, to be honest. But each their own. If you want to sew them, sew them. Only did 3 or 4 maybe until I thought, nah, don't like the look of that one. So I've just made that the back. And you can embellish these as much as you like, front and back. I've only done front and very basic embellishment. Anyway, some of them I have just put little scraps of fabric on top. Some of them I have punched a hole and then put some fabric through it, which I quite like. Just depended what bit of fabric I picked up off my desk. And that's it, really. Very easy. I'm sure you'll manage, but great way to get rid of book pages for these ones, because you're getting rid of 2 book pages for every tag. And if you want to make them even thicker, you could glue 3 together. I'm not going to bother because, you know, they'll thicken up once you fill them up. So you can put a tag pocket in another pocket. I just think they're really cute and super fast to make. Use up a lot of book pages and use up little scraps of fabric as well. Little scraps of paper, washi tape, stamp them, whatever. Leave them blank. I think even left blank, they're quite cute, aren't they? Anyway, that's it. What else? Wait, I think I had a few more bodgy ones to show you. No, just the 2 that I sewed together. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.